As the topics say, Trump is running this country like an oligarchy. President Trump is running this country like an oligarchy. And what an oligarchy is a government ran by a small group of people. I'm going to say that again. What an oligarchy is a government ran by just a small select group of people. And that seems like what is going on. So it seems like we're losing the democracy that we had, where you got people's voices and different opinions, but Trump is moving us into an oligarchy. As I just stated, an oligarchy is where the government is ran by a small select few of people. And when I say small select few of people, I'm talking about, in this case, it would be Elon Musk, President Trump, the DOGE committee, and his billionaire friends. I'm going to say that again. In this case, when I'm talking about running the country like an oligarchy, which is ran by a small group of people, that small group of people consists of President Trump, well, you know his family, Elon Musk, the DOGE committee, and the group of billionaires. That's who's running the country. We're supposed to be under a democracy where you have voices, different opinions, but under this administration, you can't even disagree with them, or you're going to be chopped off. Your head going to be chopped off, and they're going to oust you. President Trump just fired a female judge because Mel Gibson is his buddy, and Mel Gibson was applying for, his gun license or whatever. And I think she denied him because he got some type of felony, probably domestic violence or something. And she denied it. Man, they say they removed her from office now. That's what I mean by President Trump running an oligarchy, attacking his who he consider his enemies, people from the other party. That's part of an oligarchy. You got a small group of people running the country right now. I'm on my break, Nuclear. So I do work. Here comes the flood. Here they come. Paulie, welcome to the chat. I appreciate y'all. As I was saying, I do this on my break now, since I got to explain to you. But anyway, swimming upstream, my dude. Listen, this is facts. If you can't see it, you got to have your eyes closed. President Trump is running this country like an oligarchy. He's not accepting. There's nobody from the other side that he's even working with. Nobody. Name one person from the other side that he works with. Nobody. That's an oligarchy. So what I'm going to do, man, to help y'all out, I'm going to explain the 5 major forms of government. Since everybody got the ears closed and the eyes closed, we know about the democracy. Y'all must have your eyes closed. What an intelligent argument. Okay. But you come here for the food. I'm feeding you right now because you come in here, sir. So how about that? Let me give you the 5 forms of government, man. As we know, we got the democracy. That's what we've been used to. The freedoms, you vote for your president. We got basically 2 major parties. Let me say that. We got 2. It's more than 2. We got 2 major parties. Republican, Democrat, Independent, and we got others. But the 2 main parties here we have is Republican and Democrats. Under our democracy, we got, the 3 branches of government, right? The executive, which is Donald Trump, who's the president. That's the executive branch. You got the judicial branch, U.S. Supreme Court, and other federal courts, right? And you got the legislative, which is Congress. At this point, President Trump is not even working with Congress like most presidents does. Elon Musk was requested to come in front of Congress because they got questions for this man. You doing all these cutting, you got all these ideas. Come to Congress and let us talk about it. They had the meeting. Elon Musk didn't even show up. As president of the United States, you should have made that man come to the meeting. So Congress can figure out, hey, man, we know you're a brilliant man, as far as money anyway. Let us know what you got going on with all these cutting of the jobs. He didn't come. He didn't want that smoke, man. He didn't want to be questioned. Why? Because this small group of people run our government. They're not answering to nobody. They're just violating the Constitution, doing what they want to do. Elon Musk, go to Congress, man, and let them people question you and figure out what you got going on. Okay, so we got the democracy, right? That's what we all know, we all experience. Now let's go ahead to the oligarchy. It's a small group of people running the country. That's what you have now. No inside, no outside input. Nobody from the other aisle, period, is included in this government. I do what I want. Trump, are you going to do tariffs? I don't know. I might do tariffs. I might not do tariffs. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. We heading towards an oligarchy, right? Now, a monarch. Let's talk about the monarch. A monarch is like a king, man. You got the king, and what the king say go. He's a king. It's a monarch. You got the authoritarianism, right? Once you hit authoritarianism, like when I say go to Trump, the one after that is going to be totalitarianism. That means he got complete power. That's the road that we on. That's why it's so dangerous. That's why I come on here on the daily, man, because we heading in the wrong direction. We need to go back the other way and head back to a democracy, man, where people's voices mean something, where American citizens count, where we have a president or leaders who care about the American people, man. That's what it's about. It's about caring for the American people. Because as president, let me tell y'all this. It ain't how big and bad you are and how you got your chest out. It's about how you take care of your citizens, man. That's what being president is. You the number one servant. You are a servant of the people. You serve the people, or you should serve the people, man. You are a servant of the people. You're a president, at least of the United States, as we used to know it. But now we have a president in Donald Trump who don't care nothing about the people. He running this country like an oligarchy. Him and his small few people is just running the country. And he used our tax dollars to advertise for Tesla. He did a commercial on the White House advertising Tesla. Is that not a conflict of interest? Elon Musk has not been confirmed by Congress. He was appointed by Trump. Okay, cool. But at least let him be confirmed by Congress. That's democracy. But no, President Trump is running an oligarchy. It's my way or the highway, and y'all don't see it coming. This is not going to be beneficial to none of us. What Trump is doing is not going to be beneficial to none of us, because he can slide from an oligarchy to a monarch, to an authoritarian, to a totalitarian, where he maintains complete control. Somebody said doesn't need Congress. That's part of the U.S. Constitution, man. Read up on the Constitution. What do you mean voters knew the whole time about Trump? They didn't know. They didn't know that, man. Just say you with that. Patrick's, hey, what's happening, Patrick? So don't say voters know, man. You still gotta abide by the Constitution. It's like y'all giving this man a green light to go ahead. On the New York Times, he was on the cover. They put President Trump on the cover. And you know what President Trump said? Whether you say it jokingly or not, all hail the king, because that's how he see himself. We're in dangerous times, man. And if this is not stopped, we will be in a totalitarian type government, if President Trump is allowed to continue on. Stephen, what's happening? Stephen, you said Trump got all green light from who? From you? Who does he has all green light from? Speak your piece. Because he don't have it from me. There's a lot of Americans, he don't have that green light. People are upset. Stephen, if you be disrespectful one more time, I'm going to go ahead and block you off this live, man. So first of all, you watch your mouth on this live. Let me go ahead and get this dude off of here. As I said, I'm not playing, man. You come here, you're going to come with some respect. Whoever you are, you come here, you're going to come with some respect. I don't mind anybody disagreeing, but you're not going to be disrespectful at all. Pour over the borders. I wasn't complaining, but I hear what you're saying. Haste, what's happening? Welcome into the chat, man. I appreciate you. I heard you, Haste. I got you. You said Biden was letting people over the border. Okay, that's your opinion. They've been coming under the border even on Trump's first term. He never stopped people from coming over the border. So anyway, I'm speaking about Trump running this country like an oligarchy, and it could lead to a dictatorship if it's not checked. They had a meeting at Congress trying to ask Elon Musk questions. He was a no-show. Why? He felt like he over top of the government. But y'all okay with that? Y'all okay with a billionaire who don't relate to you at all, don't relate to us at all? Are you okay with President Trump appointing a billionaire over top of the federal government? You all right with that? It's a question. Let me know, man. If you really all right with that. Hey man, you're gonna come with some substance, man. You're gonna come. You said yes, you all right with that. That means you're not all right with a democracy. That's what we under. The United States is under a democracy. You got other people, even from the other aisles, that should be involved in decision making. So what you want? What you with? Or it's just Trump all the way, huh? Whatever Trump say. And that's what Trump says. He said his followers, man, whatever he say, y'all go with. Don't think it through. It doesn't matter. Trump, Trump, Trump. Okay, more power to you, Stephen. More power to you. But he running this country like an oligarchy. I'm not all right with it. Because I know what can happen with stuff. Samuel, that's all. Samuel Steve, that's all you got to say? Bring some substance. Okay, for the republic for which it stands. That don't mean Republican. That's saying we're a republic. You're still not supposed to have no man, a billionaire, over top of the federal government making decisions. That's not in the Constitution, man. So go get the Constitution and come back and show me where that's in the Constitution, where that's supposed to happen. It's not supposed to happen like that. Even though he was appointed by Trump, he should be confirmed by the Congress. Why is that a problem? Elon Musk should be confirmed by Congress so they can ask him questions. I think a president's getting raided for documents during. We're not even talking about that. You sound like Trump, because Trump trying to get revenge instead of being president of these American citizens who need him right now. You talking about, well, they raided me. I need to do something because they raided my house for the documents. Those were illegal documents. He's not above the law. So they did do right. They were supposed to raid him. He's not above the law. But I appreciate your point. Hey, so you feel like they treated President Trump bad? That's what you're saying? Do you feel like they treated Trump bad? Because that's what I hear you saying in your comment. And now Trump should get back at him? What's your thoughts? Talk to me, man. Y'all bring substance. All y'all do is bring, he lying. Bring substance. I'll bring my information, but you can't debunk it. All you can say is, he lied. Trump's a good man. They did this to Trump. They treated Trump bad. Come on, man. I'm telling you, he running this country like an oligarchy. A small group of people with the power. You know who that group of people are? President Trump, his family, DOGE, Elon Musk, and his billionaire friends. To do it the right way, brothers and sisters on this live, to do it the right way would be you appoint Elon Musk, cool, but let him be confirmed by Congress, because that's how it's supposed to go down. But no, they big born it. We running it like we want to run it. And if it continue on, we're going to end up in a dictatorship. That's the scary part of the matter, man. And I'm saying, as a black man, my people been mistreated in this country, and you can't go unchecked, because if it go unchecked, they will go back to some of them ways, man. So this is concerning. It's alarming to me, the way President Trump is running this country. Because I know my people usually get the short end of the stick. And that's a fact. If it ain't unchecked, that's why we got checks and balances, man, in our government. So one person like Trump can't come in and do what he want to do, because you have other people saying, nah, we can't do that. Carol, bring your information, man. Bring your information. Because my stuff is in my head, man. I study and I study and I study. I research, and I bring the facts. And all you can say, no, Trump is good. Name one thing about Trump that you disagree with. Since your mind is open and your eyes is open, name one thing about President Trump that any of you Trumpettes, any of you MAGA, name one thing that he's doing that you disagree with. Name it. Name it. Listen, man, whether it's a cabinet position, Lance, whether it's a cabinet position or not, if you're giving somebody that much authority, they need to be confirmed by the Senate, by the Congress. I mean, stop making excuses for this man. He's running this country into the ground. Name one thing, Lance, you disagree with President Trump. Name one. Cliff, I respect that, man. I respect what Cliff just said. Cliff said he MAGA, full-blooded MAGA, but he disagreed with the way Trump talks sometimes. Much respect, man. Some people gonna say they don't have anything that they disagree with Trump about. The ex-Democrat. Okay, you was an ex-Democrat. Lil, what's up? Appreciate you checking in. Trump wasn't treated bad, man. He played on y'all sympathy to make you think he was treated bad. Trump did some foul stuff. Trump should be in prison, man. For people that I know, they locked up for less. It's people that I know that did less that's doing major time in prison. And Trump walking the street. Trump violated women. He did all kind of stuff. He committed treason. And y'all all right with him. Come on, man. So that tells me, no matter what Trump do, man, y'all gonna ride with him. Y'all some soldiers, man. I respect that. The assault deduction during the first term. Okay. Other than that, he's been flawless. My man said Trump been flawless. Let me see who that was. Nuclear Taco. You said Trump been flawless. Okay. Okay, any appointee by the president has to be confirmed by Senate. Don't skip that part. With EC. So yeah, continue to read on. Any appointee of the president has to be confirmed by Congress. I meant to say by Congress. You still got to be confirmed. I don't fear Trump. I don't fear. It ain't about fear. It's seeing something and it's calling it out. It got to be called out. That's all I'm doing. I don't fear that man. Listen, man, let me give you a little secret for those that don't know. I'm a black man with melanin running through my veins. I believe in the Most High. So fear is not in my vocabulary. My people done been through worse. I don't fear no Donald Trump. Who is Donald Trump? But the American president. A big bully who picking on his friends. Who he might find out you keep starting fights, you may not get the result that you want. And on April 2nd, I don't see him, unless he a fool, enforcing them tariffs, because it's going to be worse for us than it is for them other nations. So he talking a good game. That's why he backed up on them tariffs. So I don't fear President Trump, but I understand that his behaviors can cause major damage, not only to me and my peoples, but to other minorities, man. To women, to transgenders. I don't mess with them like that, but I don't wish no ill on none of them, period. But it's like some of y'all and he fear, you know, let people live, man. But you can't trick me or brainwash me to hate a certain group of people. Nah, that ain't gonna happen, man. Some of them groups of people ain't did nothing to me as a black man, period. But Trump continue to implement policies that's not beneficial to me or my people. You think Congress give orders to presidents? Listen, sir, it's not about, it's a balance. This thing is checks and balances. I didn't say Congress give orders to the president, but they have to be confirmed. Anybody he appoint, including Elon Musk, should be confirmed by Congress. So that's why I'm saying that he's running this thing like an oligarchy. And that means a small group of people run the show. And that's who it is. Tell me if you see different. It's a small group of people, including with his billionaires, that's running this country right now. That's called an oligarchy. Or do you think we're still under a democracy? Let me know, man. Any of y'all, let me know. Maggie, you gonna tell me what melanin is? I know what it is, man. I'm just telling you about the spirit and all that I have in me. To fear Donald Trump? Never. The federal governments need to be audited and, more importantly, held accountable for their corruption. If a billionaire is best for the job, then so be it. Who said the billionaire is the best for the job? That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by being a puppet, a trumpet. You saying he the best for the job because Elon and Trump said it. Because Pinky and the Brain said he the best for the job. Who said he's the best for the job? Go in front of Congress and get confirmed. They might agree with him, but at least do it the right way, man. Somebody said, yo, that's the funniest thing. Somebody said, do you fear God? God's on Trump's side. Listen, man, God is merciful to us all, man. You hear me? He can't be bought or sold, man. So God is on all of our side. Are we on God's? Are we on the Most High's side? Talking about God is on Trump's side. Y'all got it twisted, man. Go rethink what you said. Do you fear God? Somebody said, do you fear God? Because he's on Trump's side. It ain't like that about sides, man. It's about what you do, how you treat your fellow man. And being a president, you even held more responsible because you over the lives of American citizens. You think God agree with them actions? Let's move God out of this, man. God's on his side. Is he on God's side? Come on, yo. Somebody said, can I ask if you were a former federal employee or if you worked at the... I didn't. Did you? Is that little nuclear to women, trans women, hurt actual women. I'm not talking about laws and hurting. I'm just talking about as a human being, as an individual. I don't care what you are, man. I ain't got no problem with nobody. I'm trying to figure this out for me. I don't practice that, just hate people because he black or he transgender or he Mexican. I ain't with that, man, because I know what happened to my people. And in some instances, continue to happen till today, man. So I ain't beefing with nobody. But some people on the low hate certain people just because. That's a violation to God. I ain't going to bring God, but y'all brought God into this. That's a violation to the Most High, man. Greetings from the North American Homosexual Society. We are very big fans of yours. Man, much love, man. I appreciate that. I'm a fan of human beings, man. I don't care nothing about that other stuff. Appreciate y'all. Y'all out Vegas on the 25th to take part? Any interest? Yeah, I won't be able to be out there. I appreciate that. I probably can't even afford to be out there, but thank you, man. Fern, you said you tripping, bro. Guatemalans for Trump. Here's for anyone that is an American. My man. Listen, man. Listen. I appreciate you. I appreciate you saying that, man. But listen, right now, hate groups are full-fledged, man. And it continue to happen when he's in office, man. Fern, I respect you. Guatemalans in the house. I got love for y'all, man. I got love for all people. But man, don't be blinded by him, man. That's enough of that, but I appreciate you, Fern. Lance. You just can't, this Elon Musk thing was just a made up thing, right? It was newly created. It's been Doges before, but y'all, 1 minute he a part of Doge, he not Doge. That's what they told the courts. But what I'm saying is, to do it right, just do it right. You can say you care about the people, because when you become president, you're the president of people that voted for you, as well as people that did not vote for you. So you're supposed to be as transparent as possible. Carrie, what's happening? So if Kamala Harris, EC, she would not have hired not Musk, right? And she didn't do it. Trump did do it. So we got to deal with what happened, not what could have been. If the sky fell, if this happened, Trump hired him. And Trump got a billionaire running the country telling him and federal employees what to do. Wanting to privatize, they say now, the Social Security Administration. All they think about is dollar signs, man. EC, if you ain't getting that money like that, if you ain't on the multi-million-dollar thing, you not in the plan. So you can support him all you want, man. William Stone. America didn't elect Trump and Elon. They elected President Trump. They did. They didn't run. He didn't run and say Elon's going to be my right-hand man. He acted like he was just campaigning for the man. But anyway, William said, God is not merciful to us all. He's only merciful to his children. What's the difference, my brother? Who are his children? Come on, man, don't do this, man. He's the only person that put a crucifix on in the office. Listen, man. My people, listen to me, man. My people were hung, lynched with people who had crucifix on. So don't just tell me about no crucifix. It takes more than crucifix, man, for you to be righteous. But anyway, come on, man. He's the only one that prayed before all meals. Oh, man, this is crazy. Okay, listen, man. Why we keep going back? I'm talking about what's happening now, and y'all don't have an issue with that. Somebody keep going back to Kamala Harris. She has 75 million votes in the end when it was all said and done. And he has 77 million. So that's who voted for her. EC said, I'm saying who right and I'm saying who wrong. EC, do your own research. Gary Good, what's happening? You said no God exists. Okay. And that's personal belief, man. But let's say if he does, right? According to the scriptures or anything we learn about him, he merciful. He reign on the just and the unjust. But let me get out that bag, because I got a bag for that too, man. I'm just talking about this president of the United States running this country like an oligarchy, man. Meaning a small group of people control the country as we speak. Can anybody debate that? Elon is a government ATM. Tricky Blade. Okay, good point. Alan Touchstone. Okay. Drew, I don't keep referring to slavery. All I'm saying is, and I can speak about that. Just like if somebody speak about the Holocaust, none of y'all got a problem with that. So I can speak about that. You hear me? But the thing is, if President Trump continue to go unchecked, he will be harmful not only to me and my people, he gonna be harmful to y'all too. Cause y'all not in this big plan that he got. Somebody on the other live said Trump is playing chess, not checkers. And that's what he trying to play chess. I didn't say nuclear. I didn't say nothing about whether I was Democrat or Republican. I'm speaking what I see. And whether you Republican or not, you should be able to see what's going on, right? You don't have to be of a particular party to see what President Trump is doing. He got Republicans speaking about him. And you know what a lot of them say? We're afraid to speak out. And it's rightfully so. Because of repercussions. They know how he do. He come after what he call his enemies. But yet, the January 6th people, they were treated badly. These people committed treason. They bum rushed the Capitol. Attack officers. But on one hand, y'all say back to blue. But on the other hand, long as Trump thinking a certain way, it's sad that y'all got to think the same way. We free, man. We don't have to think like Trump think. I didn't say it. Tricky Blade, I appreciate that. I'm not saying that this is something new. I'm just pointing out as we discussing. I'm not saying whether it just started or I'm saying what is right now. Hayes, you don't have no question, man. You ain't asking nothing. But are you all right with Elon Musk running the country? What training do we have in civics or government to even qualify for that? On 1 minute, y'all say these jobs need to have qualified people. We don't like DEI. Musk is the #1 DEI hire. They just gave him the position. What qualifies him to do that besides being able to run a company? And now that we're talking about Elon Musk, I got a question for y'all. Y'all so big on wasteful spending and this. The last rocket blew up, right? Do y'all question how much that cost taxpayers? The rocket yesterday didn't launch. Do y'all even question about the money that's lost on that? No, y'all don't question it. But if Trump had a question for that, y'all would be right with it. We got a question about that. Where the money? That costs monies for them rockets, man. And that's taxpayers' monies through his government contracts. We don't know if Trump, Scott Petrie, you said they're doing better than the alternative. Who told you that, man? We don't know that. The alternative not in there right now. But the alternative would not be attacking Americans, man. I can tell you that. Not American citizens. He said, yes, King, amen. Oh, fluttering with fluttering. My man, appreciate you. You want a king now, huh? That's what you're saying? Listen, man. Listen, I'm gonna stop for a minute, Drew. There's no opinion about January 6th. You saw it for your own eyes. You can try to twist it as Trump would twist it. They were very treated unfairly. They bum rushed, man. They bum rushed. You saw it. There's a videotape. Go back and watch the video, man. Stop lying to yourself, man. This is sad. Your opinion about January 6th speaks volumes. It's not no opinion. You look at the video and keep your mouth shut and just look at it and let the video speak for itself. That was treason, man. And Trump led the whole thing. Listen, man, no matter what I ask, you'll say, well, how many times? I'm talking about 2 within the last month. 2, as far as the SpaceX rockets. 1 blew up, and then the other one didn't even take off. That's a problem. Says I'm only saying that because y'all always say it's about waste, and we want to fire the people because of waste. We want to cut half of the Department of Education because of waste. And my question was to y'all, was them 2 rockets not waste? But long as Trump support it, y'all gonna support it, man. Y'all ride, man. Y'all ride with that man no matter what. Y'all straight troopers. Listen, man. I'm gonna go back to what I was saying, man. President Trump is running the country like an oligarchy. And the sad thing about it, man, a lot of people are supporting that. Go watch the early stages over in Germany, man, and see the progression. And then correlate the 2. That's the direction we heading in if Trump is not checked at the door. We continue to talk about Biden. No matter what I bring up about Trump, we go from Biden to Harris. But Obama said, we're talking about right now, man. We're in a pickle right now. We are in a pickle right now. But every comment somebody go back to, well, when Bill Clinton said, stop that, man. Let's deal with the matter at hand. Trump is bad for the country, man. And I know y'all got to ride with it because y'all voted for him. And y'all want to keep singing the song, we won, we won, we won. Guess what, man? We Americans lost. Because that small group of people, they running the show. That small group of people are the ones running the show. And you're not getting a piece of this pie, man. On several comments, people was like, my tax is better with it. Listen, man, they not approving no major tax for the little people. The tax is for the billionaires, for his buddies. That's what the tax for. Everybody talking about Knucklepedia, man. First I want to welcome you in. So you represent MAGA. Okay. All of a sudden now, somebody said the Department of Education is failing. Who told you that? Individuals fail, not the department. When you study, when you do your work, you pass. So don't try to just clump it in like Trump, like Trump would have you think. It's failing, so we're going to cut it in half. Okay, so what reason should Elon Musk privatize the Social Security Administration? Because you agree with everything they're doing. Why should they privatize Social Security Administration? Because that's his goal. I don't even watch that, what you talking about, but I know your comments come straight from Fox. And I know you can't think for yourself, because if you, any disagreement with Trump, any disagreement, he ousting you. Trump don't play that, man. You cannot think for yourself. I can think freely. I can think freely. I'm not worried about no repercussions or none of that. But y'all can't think for yourselves. Trump changed tomorrow, y'all gonna change tomorrow. He changed the next day, y'all gonna change. Think for yourselves, man. Handle the pickle, nobody approved to do. Okay. Tricky Blade, yeah, but it's not about that. You know, some people feeling that way. We ain't got that far yet. He talking about the Constitution allows the U.S. citizens to overthrow the government. Now, because before that happened, the military gonna come and all that. Not that people are afraid, but it's not as easy as it sounds. It'll take a lot of bloodshed, which is unnecessary. We shouldn't even be at this point where we at today, where we got an arrogant president, and then he want to come after his enemies. This is democracy. Where's people from the other side that you accept in? I want to work with the other side. People always say, bipartisan. We want to work with the other side. This government is not doing none of that. He advertising for Tesla with your taxpayer dollars at the White House. We're selling Teslas. I'm about to buy one. But why he not advocating from the White House about the American citizen who's struggling every day? He ain't thinking about advertising for you, because you're not in the plan. Temporarily, somebody said things are better now. A's are now lower. Things wasn't even that bad under Biden, but y'all screamed and hollered. Y'all went down fighting. The prices of groceries. This and that. But now, things ain't even as good. Things are still worse than when he was here. But yet y'all all right with that. It's the price of AIDS. That's why I didn't vote for it. The biggest lie from the pits of hell, man. Poor fight for the benefits of the rich. That's a strong point. It's a ish star. Great, good point. The Republicans, listen, man, I'm going to say this again. People talk about the Republicans, Democrats. Right now, man, is the American citizens versus these billionaires. But the Republicans, MAGA, the trumpets, y'all fighting hard. It's like the poor, like my man just said, the poor is fighting for the rich, who in turn don't have a plan for you. They got a concept of a plan. President said that. Well, I got a concept of a plan. But when it comes down to it, they don't have a real plan with any substance to it. Why? Why they don't have a real plan? Because you're not in the plan. That's the plan. You said, there you go, getting all emotional. Listen, I'm not emotional, man. I just speak with passion. Thank you. Listen, man, right now, Scott, it's bigger than the tax break with this gentleman that's in the office right now. It's bigger than the tax break. It's terrible right now with President Trump. And the scary thing about it, he just beginning. Somebody was like, he only been there. Yeah, he only been there that little bit of time. And look at all the ruckus he causing. We had a relationship with Canada for the longest. This man done destroyed that. And he only been there 6 weeks. He only been there 6 weeks. Look at all the damage he done caused on both borders, from the North Canada to the South Mexico. The man is terrible, man, but y'all don't want to see it, man. Y'all love this man. Go Trump, go Trump, go MAGA. This is crazy, man. It's ridiculous. No matter what he do, man, no matter what he say, y'all with that. Taking jobs. I just hope it don't affect y'all personally, man. But then y'all gonna be singing a different tune. If all that he's doing affect y'all personally, y'all gonna sing a different tune, man. That soundtrack gonna be a little bit different. When your parents or your grandparents, if they struggle to get medication, to get medical care, to get their social security check, y'all gonna be singing a different tune, man. Estelle White, what's happening? Okay, everybody got the answers for the Department of Education, man. So what's the alternative then? Somebody was talking about the education. The education system here is not perfect, but what's the alternative? And don't say send it back to the states. We seen what that did. I've seen what it did. They got to march a little 9-year-old girl in the class. Why? Because the states was discriminating against them. That's what the state do. Come on, man. Don't tell me about no state. Did the one that said you come from independent media, did your independent media tell you that President Trump is running the country like an oligarchy? Because that's what he's doing. Did it tell you that? I'm reading some of these comments. A few of y'all be on points, but it's basically nonsense. All y'all saying, this is what I'm gonna translate what a lot of y'all have been saying. Nope, I don't see anything. My eyes are closed, my ears are closed. Nope. Trump's the best ever. Trump is a trash president, man, the worst president ever. It's obvious. In this little bit of time, he not only causing problems in the country, in the United States, he causing problems in the world, not just the United States. And he's buddying up with Putin because they think just alike. He want to run America just like Putin runs Russia. Tricky Blaze said, nah, forget bipartisan. When did that start? That's some new thing? Forget bipartisan? I thought the goal was partisan, to work across the aisles. Because when you work across the aisles, now you can touch every state, not just some people, every county. When you work across the aisles, now you got a bigger voice. It ain't just me and mine. That's an oligarchy. It's just you and yours. That small group of people running the country. That very small group of people running the country. Oligarchy. William Cross said I'm a DEI. He said I'm a DEI hire. Listen, man, what do you mean? I believe in diversity. I believe in equity. And I believe in inclusion. I don't have a problem with none of that. But I'm not nobody's hire, man. I'm speaking for me, and that's what I'm speaking. Scott, it seems like you brainwashed if you can't see what the world is showing you. But I know you stuck under Fox News, and you only committed to conservative news. So I get the way you thinking, man. Listen, tricky blade. I'm not speaking just if it's me or if it's not me. I'm talking about people that's struggling, right? They do have a problems with the eggs. They do have a problems with the prices of groceries. Just like some of y'all lied during the election and said y'all had issues with eggs and issues with groceries. But the other day, President Trump told y'all, stop complaining about them prices of eggs. He told y'all, he said, because I don't want to hear it. He didn't say that last part, but he told y'all to stop complaining about the prices of eggs. For him to say that, what he's saying, basically, he don't want to hear that, man. He don't want to hear that garbage from y'all. But you're supposed to be the president of the United States, all American citizens, not just some, all American citizens, man. It's simple. But he does the complete opposite. His only goal is to help himself, his family, and his billionaire friends. That's why he was able to bring Tesla to the White House and say, please buy a Tesla. It's a good car. But what is he doing for y'all? Since y'all got his back so strong, Trump does not have y'all back like y'all got his backs. We a Democrat. Lomain, I appreciate you. I appreciate what I'm saying. He running it like an oligarchy, and he is. This is a democracy. We don't have presidents who attack their enemies. We're not used to that. But now we're going into where Trump is him. He firing people. If you disagree with him, he outs you. That doesn't happen under a democracy. But it's happening now. So what I'm saying is heading towards an oligarchy. It is. If he not checked, man, we'll be under a dictatorship if Trump is not checked. They say, baby, payroll, minimum wage is $7.25 and eggs is $8, $9. It don't make sense. You got to work an hour just for some eggs. A tricky blade. I feel you on that. We not saying that we there yet. We heading in that direction, which is the wrong direction. We shouldn't even be heading in that direction towards a dictatorship. Because what we'll do is keep making excuses. We'll see him do something to say, well, it's not a dictatorship, so it's not that bad. Then he'll do something else. Oh, it's not a dictatorship, it's not that bad. Research about Hitler, man. It didn't happen overnight. It was gradual. It took time, but it did happen. So it can happen, man. Manuel, the Democrats had a plan. They rolled out their plan. They told you that Trump had a plan. It was called Project 2025. And that's what you're seeing today. And when asked about a plan, that President Trump, he said, I got a concept of a plan dealing with Medicaid, the elderly. Come on, man. But he want to abolish what they call Obamacare, but you don't even have a plan to back that up. Dirty money. Cloud gaming. Okay. That was a good put. Lomain too. They all don't have plans. It's popular. It's a popularity contest. Okay. I ain't gonna argue against that. Listen, man. Y'all will point out one incident, but we got to stand up for people with cancer. Trump is against cancer research. So all that photo ops is nothing, man. So you stand up for cancer. You bring somebody in for a photo op, but you want to cut funding for cancer research. Come on, man. Trump do stuff to make it look good so you can get on here and say, Trump saved the world. Come on, man. Who is it better for, Scott? Anything better for you right now is residuals from President Biden. Talking about it's better now already. Come on now. The egg prices are higher than they was. So what's better? What are you talking about? Baby J payroll. Them Trumpers will soon find out. You already have, listen, y'all, you already have the farmers complaining because funding been cutting to help our farmers out. Right? Some of these federal workers voted for Trump. They finding out now. And I bet you they regret their vote. Those in the Department of Education, some of them voted for Trump. I bet you they regret their vote. It's some people that's getting Medicaid and Medicare. Some of them voted for Trump. And I guarantee you the ones that affect their Medicare and Medicaid, they gonna regret their vote. So they finding out, man. Americans are finding out as we speak, man. And some people have already started speaking out. Drew said Trump 2028. So no matter what, man, no matter what it is, y'all have shown y'all true colors on here. No matter what, it don't matter. He got a plan. If he got a concept of a plan, I just love Trump for whatever reason. And then, like, even, you know, people love their children, parents. Even the worst, I go to the worst. Say, like, example, a serial killer. Their mom gonna love their child no matter what. And it seems like some of y'all love Trump and don't require him to do anything. Y'all not requiring that Trump do anything. We just love Trump for whatever reason. It could be because he sympathized. Trump, he's supported by the KKK. He support supremacy, which is a known fact. That's why he let all 1,600 of them supremacists out. Like I said, supported by the KKK, and he shows a number of racist tendencies. Is that what gets some of y'all off? When he's in office, racism goes up openly. Can't come out the woodwork. So no matter what, y'all gonna go for Trump, man. Somebody said Trump 24, Vance 28. You don't even know none of Vance's policies, man. But continue to go, man. Continue to do what y'all do and vote for what you vote for. I'm going to continue to speak what I speak without fear of a man. I'm going to continue to speak what I speak without fear of any man. Period. I want to thank y'all, man, for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have not done it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I make a video. Anybody got any last comments? Last comments? Somebody said report it. Report it. Any last comments, thoughts, or comments, man? PG Cardinals, you said Trump talking about a recession. I'm scared. They call this the Trump session. Never has a recession ever been named after a president until now. Thank y'all once again. Until next time, y'all be safe. Peace.